Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Cooking with Grandma. Today we're going to be making banana bread muffins. You can use your favorite banana bread recipe, or you can just use your favorite muffin recipe. I'm using my blueberry muffin recipe today, but I'm going to substitute bananas. I have a lot of overripe bananas that I don't want to throw away, and this will make a nice little snack. So we need a half a cup of butter at room temperature, and we need 1 cup of sugar, granulated sugar. That goes in half a cup and a full cup. And we want to mix that until it's nice and creamy and mixed together. This one, everything goes in the same pot. You don't have to add the wet and then the dry and add, alternately with milk. But I do mix up the butter and the sugar to get it incorporated. Little steps like that, but it still all goes in the same bowl. So we got the butter and the sugar mixed up. Now we're going to put 2 eggs in. And you should always use your eggs at room temperature. It helps with the rising. I don't know why, but it just does. It makes it work better if you have not very cold eggs. So we got the 2 eggs in. We're going to stir those in. Stir that in with the butter and the sugar. And there we have it, nice and smooth. With muffins, you don't want to overbeat. This part is okay, but once you get all the rest of the ingredients in, you only want to mix it till it's just incorporated. Otherwise, you're going to have a bunch of holes in your muffin, and they're going to be hard and dry. So now we put the eggs in. Now we're going to put a teaspoon of vanilla. And again, use your cap. Use your cap. That's exactly 1 teaspoon. You can get a teaspoon if you like, but you got the cap, that'll work. So just use that. So put that in there. And 2 teaspoons of baking powder. There we go. And I showed you before, you take your container of baking powder and you just scrape it along the edge like that, and that gives you a perfect level teaspoon of baking powder. It's then you're exact in your measurements. Okay, we're going to mix that in. There we go. Just a quick little mix. And now 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt. And that's going in. And now you want to put in 2 cups of flour. What is this? What we're going to do, I have got to get bigger containers. I really do. There's a thing at the dollar store. They're measuring cup scoops. And I keep saying I'm going to buy them because my containers like this, the 1 cup measuring cup won't fit in them. So I keep saying I'm going to buy the scoops, and I keep forgetting. So I'm going to write myself a note. So instead of doing half a cup at a time, there's half, and that's 1, 1.5, and 2. This is the same recipe I used the last time when I did my fruit explosion muffins, except instead of all the different fruits, I'm only just using bananas. So it's the same idea. And I'm going to do a little twist at the end too. So we have 2 cups of flour, and now we need a half a cup of milk. See, everything goes in. On other recipes, you would have to mix the wet ingredients, then mix the dry ingredients, then add the dry ingredients alternately with the milk, and it's just a waste of a bowl, waste of time. It's so nice when these recipes are this easy. So there we go. Now this is the part where you don't want to mix it too much. You don't want to overmix it. You want to kind of fold in the dry ingredients. Give it a stir and turn it over with your spoon like that. So you don't mix it too much. Now I'm not going to mix it thoroughly. You can still see there's a lot of flour mixed in, left to be mixed. But what I'm going to do is put my bananas in and continue mixing. And you put the bananas in and continue mixing. That way you're still incorporating it, but you're not over mixing. So here we go. I'm just going to fold it nicely in. And these, you can use cupcake liners if you like. Muffins you don't usually do that with. You can, it's your choice, but I have non-stick pans, so I'm going to use those without the liners. So there we go. Easy as that. That took all of maybe, 7 minutes from start to finish? So I'm going to get a big tablespoon, and I'm going to put these, now they're not like cupcakes where you only have to do 3/4 of the way full. You can fill these pretty much right to the top, because they will rise, but they're not going to, you don't need to leave a ton of space like you do with cupcakes. So we're going to put my, And this way, if you can see it all right, what I'm doing here. Let's see. There's my tin. And you just take a good heaping teaspoon and scrape it right into your tins. And, repeat all the way through until you have this should easily make a dozen, maybe even a bit more. Let's put my other tin here. Here we go. Now these are Wilton pans. So, these are, Baker's Secret, beg your pardon. The little one was Wilton, this one is Baker's Secret. Wilton is very good. It might be a little bit more costly than, just cheesy, plain, ordinary dollar store brand or whatever. But it's in the long run, it's better. You're going to get better results. You won't have anything sticking. You don't have to use extra grease or oil. So there we have 1 dozen muffins. Perfect. We're going to put those, before I put those in the oven, see, I almost forgot. This is my own little extra bonus here. You take a small bowl, and you want to take a teaspoon or 2, let's do 2. I love cinnamon. So 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, and about 4 teaspoons of sugar. It's usually 2-to-1 ratio. And you mix that up. And now you take a little bit of flour, about a tablespoon of flour, which is 3 teaspoons, if you want to measure it that way, if you don't want to get your thing out. And you take a couple of teaspoons of butter. And we're just going to stir this all in until it gets crumbly. This is like a streusel topping. This is what I'm going to put on top of my muffins. You can use walnuts, which I have. I just didn't crack any. I have fresh walnuts cracked right from the tree. I didn't crack any for this. But if I want to give one of these to the kids for school, you can't because of the nuts. I think it's any kind of nuts, not just peanuts, that schools won't allow. So I'm going to omit the walnuts for now, just because I'm kind of lazy and I don't feel like cracking walnuts. So there you go. See, that's what you want. You want it to be crumbly, but not too wet, not too dry. And you're going to sprinkle a teaspoon or so over top of each muffin, covering them all the way. I just kind of guessed at the measurements. If it's not enough, you can always make a little more. If it's too much, you can put it in a container for the next time and just keep it in your spice cupboard. You want them all covered with this. And that is what they look like with the streusel topping. We're going to pop those in the oven, and I will see you back here in 15 minutes. Okay, everybody, we're back, and it was about 18 minutes for these to bake, and there are our gorgeous banana streusel topped muffins. So all you do is, like I showed you in the last video when we made the muffins, is you take a knife and you go around the edges and just tip it, and it leans it up to the side, and then they cool quicker, and you can just let them sit like that until they cool. You don't want to have them, then if you don't do that, then they might stick, even though it's a non-stick pan. So just take your knife and go around and push it up, and all the way around, just like that. And there you have it, banana bread streusel muffins, streusel top muffins. Enjoy. Have a good day, everybody. Bye now.